Good morning, everyone. Hello. How's everyone doing? We're kind of in here, bundled, still kind of wrapped up, some of us, still not quite ready to get unbundled. I don't know about you, but I felt the warmth as soon as I walked in, as soon as I arrived. And for those joining us online, I hope you are feeling some of that warmth of connection, of community. This is the Center for Spiritual Living Cultural Coast, everyone. Welcome. Welcome to our Sunday service. Thank you. Thank you for being here. Thank you for coming, bundling up and coming out into the cold to be with us, to create that sense of community, to create that warmth that we're experiencing now that we're here. I'm Kathleen Frankert. I'm a licensed spiritual practitioner here at the center, and I greet you with namaste. And namaste is Sanskrit and means the divinity in me recognizes and honors the divinity in you. Today is the 1st of February, and it's the first Sunday of the month, and that is always a special time here because it's the Sunday where we, as I like to say, slow things down a little bit, allow ourselves to become a little more quiet, a little more reflective, a little more grounded, perhaps even, in this connection with community and especially with ourselves and our divine expression. We call it a contemplative service. And there's all kinds of ways to practice contemplative service. Today, Reverend Theresa Fieberts, our spiritual director, and her beloved Bobby are going to be leading our service, our contemplative service today. And it's focused on the first Sunday of the month theme, Inner Edge. And Inner Edge is an expression of the February theme, which is embracing the edge. So the edge through and as this experience of spiritual deepening, spiritual awakening, and walking this path is going to be explored this month as part of the bigger global theme called Open at the Top. So I look forward to this. In the newsletter, there was a little tease about what this was going to be about today. I'll share with you just a few words about that. It's described, the inner edge is described as a place of tension between who we think we are and who we really are. Sometimes we get fooled about that, don't we? Or allow ourselves to get fooled about that. Or maybe we forget. So further in the newsletter, Reverend Theresa shared, visiting the inner edge allows our divinity to soften our judgments and expand our acceptance of a greater self-identity. Through the lens of divine wholeness, beyond old assessments, we align with a higher perspective of who we are. So with that in mind, let's just take a moment to go within, taking with us this tantalizing idea about shifting perspective, about tuning in and allowing a deepening, an opening, and allowing, exploring that inner edge, exploring where our divinity may open up to ourselves and our self-awareness to an even greater extent, and what that could be about, what we could learn from that, how we might grow in that, and how that might show up in the world. I'm so grateful for this opportunity to be in this community for this experience. I'm grateful for the technology that allows distance to not matter so that anywhere, anytime, others can join in this experience with us. I'm grateful for this music and message that we are about to participate in. I'm grateful for each one seated here in this room at the beautiful Sarasota Garden Club for creating that warmth of community that we are now enjoying together. I'm grateful for all of this unfolding in beauty and grace, and above all, with love. So knowing this to be done and so, I give thanks for it. I allow it to be so, and so it is. So Jane Kyle Yoder is our reader this morning, so I'm going to invite Jane now.
Good morning. Well, you already know my name, so I won't repeat it. I have the privilege of being the reader for today's contemplative service. My topic is living on the inner edge of the inside. Living on the inner edge of the inside is a concept often associated with Franciscan friar Richard Rohr. It is described as liminal, a state of transition, not fully aligned with the status quo, yet not completely detached, and prophetic positioning which allows individuals to see both the merits and flaws of a group, enabling effective, loving, and constructive criticism without resorting to purely oppositional energy. A couple of additional key aspects of living on the inner edge of the inside include staying engaged with the community or tradition while maintaining critical distance. Also, spirituality and growth, a space for deeper personal spiritual growth, sometimes exploring esoteric, mystical, or alternative perspectives. Living on the inner edge of the inside allows for a more compassionate perspective, avoiding both the blind spots of the center and the alienation of the far margin. It is a way of being in the world that is utterly free and grounded in the compassion of God. It also involves honoring tradition while staying free from the need to protect, defend, or promote its power, allowing for a better way of living centered on compassion, service, and inner freedom. Living at the margins often requires moving beyond living in my story or our story and experiencing the world through God's great story. Living on the inner edge of the inside is a timely and well-researched study of economic inequality and insecurity in the United States. More than a scholarly analysis, it is also an impassioned call to action. Standing on the inner edge of the inside does not demand huge sacrifices or major life changes, though some people will be called to do just that. It simply asks many of us to be more intentional in the small ways we engage with the world. I am honored and grateful CSLCC engages with the world in small and big ways. A week ago today, I was standing on the inner edge of the inside in front of a young man I have known for 14 years. When he was 13, I attended his adoption hearing. Sadly, that family situation turned out not to be a loving, nurturing home for him, and he was kicked out when he turned 18. I mentored him through his high school years and maintained an intermittent contact with him over the years since his high school graduation, determined to be the one woman in his life who did not abandon him. He calls me Mama Jane. He is 26 now. I don't know the truth behind his story, what is really going on with him now, and what happened to cause him to lose his different jobs, car, and living situations, and what has caused him now to be teetering on the edge of homelessness. He asked me if I could help him with food. I stepped out of my story, asked a trusted friend to accompany me to Brandon to spend time with him, listen to him spin his stories, and feed him. My companion has skills I do not possess, could observe him, ask questions I could not, and listen in a different way than I because of my emotional connection with him. My friend and I encouraged him to seek assistance at a place that was recommended to Diana, but first to find somewhere warm to be while the cold days and nights set in, like the Salvation Army. He did not want to come to Sarasota, too many bad memories. I left him with a blanket, $20, and a beach towel. He informed me the next day that he did go to the place my friend recommended, Diana recommended. He was given clothing and more food, but no shelter was available at that time. I encouraged him to keep trying and again to find somewhere warm to be. I sent him a text 2 days ago, but I haven't heard from him since last Monday. I was called to action. To assist him was intentional, compassionate, and necessary. I honored him by being present with and for him. After all, he and I are both living on the edge of the inside, each of us in our own ways, each experiencing the world through God's great story. Thank you. May your day and week ahead overflow with light, peace, joy, and love.
Thank you for that, Jane. Thanks very much. Here's a song from Willie Nelson about a way to stay close to your edge. Imagine what you want. Get out of the way. Remember, energy follows thought. So be careful what you say. Be careful what you ask for. Make sure it's really what you want. 'Cause your mind is made for thinking. Your energy follows thought. Mind is in control, even when you do not know. And if you let it idle, ain't no telling where you'll go. Whenever you are sleeping and your dreams take you away, go on with your dreaming and listen to what they say. If you hear spirit talking, its wisdom can't be bought. Apply it to your thinking, and energy follows thought. Your mind is in control, even where you do not know. And if you let it idle, ain't no telling where it'll go. Imagine what you want, get out of the way. Remember, energy follows thought. So be careful what you say.
Thank you. That was sweet, Bobby. Oh my goodness, Jane. That was spot on. Richard Rohr always is. I can remember a day I stood up here and said, like Richard and I, connect before he sends out his emails every day because it's always what I need. I mean, it's always what I need. So thank you. That was beautiful. So as Kathleen let us in, this is what we're going to be doing today. Really is perfect for our visioning and for the whole month and for the whole year. That open at the top. So you've been well versed already. This idea that we are standing on an inner edge, we're thinking about your own self, your own consciousness, your own thoughts. That we're standing at an inner edge, the place between what we think about ourselves and the stories that we carry and who we believe we are and what is really true. Because I would venture to say that all of us have moments where we know truth and we move from that place, and all of us do not sometimes. Sometimes we're swayed by that story in our head, So the inner edge, as Kathleen said, is that tension between those two places that we go to. And let's not be fearful of that place. I really love the idea that we can journey into it in a way that is filled with compassion, as you said. Both of you said that, compassion. So in Science of Mind, we're taught that our first principle is unity. We're taught first principle is that there's one thing happening, coming into form, and we are that form amongst everything else and everyone else, right? So we are that divine incarnation, really spiritual substance is what we are. And so wholeness already exists for us. It's who we are, it's what we are. We can't be separate from that allness, that fullness, that one. Even if we don't believe it. Even at those days where we forget and we're caught up. Even then. So the book for this month is The Inner Journey by Howard Thurman. And Howard Thurman talks about this idea that we cling to this private sense of self. We cling to this idea that we are, even when we're not recognizing that we do that. But life is always inviting us beyond that space. It's always inviting us. So today, that's our spiritual practice. That's our spiritual practice. And it's not about losing ourselves. Good golly, no. It is about becoming more ourselves. It's not about becoming someone or something else. It's about knowing at a deeper level who we are, at a more comfortable level, so we can live that more frequently, more often, right? It's brave. This is brave work. But it's not reckless. It's not, dangerous. It's courageous, right? It's courageous. So today we soften the judgment about ourselves, those things that we carry that maybe we forget we carry. Also today is the snow moon. Who's aware of that? I just would like to see in this room how many people follow astrology or know that. So there's a small portion. I really don't know much about astrology, but I have a dear friend, member in our community, who is very involved and sends me stuff every once in a while. What I'm finding fascinating about that is that it is aligning with how I'm feeling so spot on that I'm kind of encouraged to learn more. And you talked about alternative ways of knowing things, right? Or Richard Rohr did. Yeah. So Native Americans call it the snow moon, which is always in February because February is the month in North America that typically has more snowfall. And boy, aren't we seeing it. Aren't we seeing it? I mean, there was a chance we were going to see it here, which we haven't since '89. And I do remember that day. But it calls us into a place of stillness. So it's perfect for this morning. And do you know that this full moon, this snow moon, is peaking this afternoon between 2 and 5? We're beginning our visioning. So I want you to think about that. We're beginning our visioning around 12:30 this afternoon. That's really auspicious, it seems like to me, because the whole idea behind any full moon, but especially this full moon, is that it's a time of introspection. It's a time to go within. It's a time to see what it is that we need to release so that what we truly are can be revealed. I didn't make this up. It's amazing, isn't it? The synchronicity, again, we're seeing so much of that right now, I think. So this moon is said to bring a fiery, emotional, creative energy to us that, again, stirs the passions and the self-expression in a bold and creative, authentic way. Yeah, so I'm ready for that. It's about releasing old patterns, cleansing the negative, and claiming that inner power. So here's our question for this morning that our theme invites us to investigate, and also the moon beckons us to ask. Where am I being invited to stretch beyond my self-judgment into a deeper self-acceptance and self-expression? Where am I being called, invited to stretch beyond self-judgment into self-acceptance and self-expression? Now, Bobby's going to lead us in a chant, simple chant, and we'll go right directly into the meditation from the chant.
As soon as you're, as soon as you're comfortable with the words, sing along. I release what no longer serves. I claim the truth of who I am. I release what no longer serves. I claim the truth of who I am. I release what no longer serves. I claim the truth of who I am. I release what no longer serves. I claim the truth of who I am. Couple more. I release what no longer serves. I claim the truth of who I am. I release what no longer serves. I claim the truth of who I am.
rhythm of your breath. And bring your attention to your breath coming in your nostrils, in your nose, and back out. And just focus right here at the nose for several breaths. Now expand your awareness with your breath. As the breath comes in, moves down, filling your lungs, filling your belly, leaving your belly, your lungs, and back out. So follow that whole process of deep breathing. Now expand your awareness of the breath moving in through the body and back out to feeling it as a rhythm in the body. Allow yourself to feel the breath coming in, moving down, back out as a rhythm. And sink further into that movement of breath, of life through the body. Finding your rhythm. Your natural blueprint. The movement of the divine in, as, and through. Feel that rhythm within your body. Moving just a step further from the breath, focusing on the movement in the body. See if you can identify energy moving through the body. You might recognize tingling in the hands, up your arms, your feet. Bring your focus to that energy, that movement, that life. Recognize as you place your attention on the feeling of energy in the body that it grows. It seems to be magnified. And we find ourselves here with nothing to fix, nothing to improve, simply in the presence, simply aware of our inner being. And allow your focus and your concentration to release just a bit from the tingle and the watching of the energy to watching thoughts, maybe feelings associated with thoughts. And begin to notice or maybe even invite ideas, thoughts to rise. Don't shoo them away, just look. Just allow yourself to be aware. Allow yourself to notice if there's any place of tension, not in the body necessarily, unless you can find the thought behind it. Go ahead and open. We're in a safe place amongst our community. Open to those thoughts about self. Maybe stories, self-judgment. Allow those beliefs or stories to make themselves known. What do I think of myself? What interferes? What thoughts? No analysis, just notice. There's no problem, nothing to fix. This is simply an inner edge. And now invite that sense of compassion. Allow this space of unconditioned love that we are absolutely immersed in, surrounded by, filled with, to enter and surround this edge. remind yourself of the beauty of the breath. The beauty of the rhythm. The beauty of that authentic expression, which is seeping into all the cracks, all the crevices around that edge, softening, loosening the tension. Often these defenses or self-judgments or ways of protecting have kept us safe. Ask if they keep us small. Ask your higher self now. Does this serve me? Can I let it go? And feel that release, as beautiful as an exhale. As easy and gentle as a breath. Breathing in and releasing. Breathing in and clearing. Send the tension, the old thoughts, the old beliefs that no longer serve out with your breath, intentionally bringing in that love, that unconditioned love, that beauty, that life that yearns to be lived, and release. What no longer serves. And now ask your wisdom self, your higher wisdom self, what wants to be expressed. What part of me is ready to be seen? What wants to be expressed in, as, and through me now? Now let us give voice to this inner commitment, to this inner truth, that we move beyond the inner edge and step more freely and fully into who and what we are, by releasing what no longer serves and claiming the truth of who I am.
I release what no longer serves. I claim the truth of who I am. I release what no longer serves. I claim the truth of who I am. I release what no longer serves. I claim the truth of who I am. I release what no longer serves. I claim the truth of who I am. One more. I release what no longer serves. I claim the truth of who I am. Amazing, amazing. You will do amazing things. Amazing, amazing. You will do amazing things. You will do amazing things with the choice each new day brings, and with every step you take. Bless the progress that you make. The reason you live is there in every gift you give. Love your life, love your dreams. You will do amazing things. Amazing, amazing. You'll do amazing things. Amazing, amazing. You'll do amazing things. Oh, the places you will go and the people you will know. Don't worry when or where or how. You don't need to know that now. You're on the right track. No need to look ahead or back. Just enjoy what this day brings. You'll do amazing things. You don't have to work it out. Just stay in the here and now. Let your mind rest for a little while. Sometimes deepest answers come when you're out there having fun. So close your eyes, take a breath, and smile.
I hope that you have enjoyed this quiet time this morning and feel amazing. You sounded amazing. I had little tears. It was beautiful. Thank you, Reverend Theresa. Thank you, Bobby, so much for that experience. This is our opportunity to participate in the law of circulation, this opportunity to give as we have received. I think we've received a beautiful blessing this morning. I know that life is always giving to us. This is an opportunity to give back to this teaching, to this community, and know that as it's given, it is received. And so then I invite you now to take your gift, whether it's tangible right now or virtual because you give online as you're doing today, or you're giving, if you're joining us online, or if you give through automatic deduction from your account. However it is, I just invite you to take this gift in your awareness and bring it to your heart and bless it. Fill it with the gratitude for that which you have been given, and send it forth with that gratitude, blessing it, knowing that it is alive, it is true, and it is multiplied as it's given abundantly. Thank you for this blessing, and so it is. And now Bobby will lead us in our offering affirmation song.
I receive the gift of life and pass it on. I receive the gift of love and pass it on. I receive the gift of joy and pass it on. I receive all good and pass it on. I receive the gift of life and pass it on. I receive the gift of love and pass it on. I receive the gift of joy and pass it on. I receive all good and pass it on.
Well, I feel vibed and energized and vibrating, and oh, how wonderful. How wonderful to start our week, our month, still the beginning of the year, everything. Thank you. Thank you, thank you. Now we have fun stuff. This was fun too. So more fun stuff, more fun stuff. Any people that are here for first time? First timers? No first timers today? Okay. So if you are, know that we want you here. Okay, so if you're seeing us from any time, come in. We have a gift for you and things like that. Always, the newsletter is something that really is the thread and kind of the heartbeat of what's happening when we're not here on Sundays. So it's so important that you are signed up for the newsletter. If you are not, please sign up today, because it not only lets you know what's happening throughout the week and month and everything like that. If there is something that we do have to, get to you and everything, we let you know on our Facebook page, on, and things like that, in the newsletter, whatever. Like we had a cancellation last night with David Roth and everything, so he had to get home because of the weather to his family. So, please do sign up and always know what's going on. Sign up over there or on our CSLCulturalCoast.org Facebook and website. Our practitioner of the day is Kathleen. So please, if you need a little bit of help, a little bit of little time with her, you'll meet behind the screen and enjoy that time together. Ongoing things that we do have are Wednesday night spiritual living circle with Jim Grove, and that's at 7 p.m. every Wednesday. It's a free event. You discuss things with the Science of Mind magazine, and it's a wonderful, wonderful midweek pick-me-up, so it's a good thing.
Friday nights with Reverend Diana. We have Heart, Mind, Spirit Recovery meeting at 7 o'clock, hybrid, in person and online. Wonderful way for recovery in all different aspects. Spectacular. We do have metaphysics and other neat stuffs tomorrow night. That is the plan. We have a place at the First Congregational Church on Euclid, 1035 Euclid, at 6:30 as always. Now I have a little caveat to that. We are having to present them with some paperwork that we're not sure whether it's going to be in or not. Reverend Theresa has been trying to get it, and so we will know by 1 o'clock. If you don't hear anything, everything is going on just fine, and we'll see you there at 6:30. If not, please sign up because we will let you know via your email. So please sign up, and so that then if there is an information that we have to get to you, we will email you and everything like that. If anybody has any questions, you all know you can always text me. So not a problem, okay? But this is the easiest way for us to get it out to you. Sign up, and then we'll let you know via email, just like we did with David last night. This is a Joe Dispenza video from Panic to Peace. So it is a very, very good video, and we haven't had it for a couple months, so this is going to be good. Next Sunday's workshop is the Reiki Circle with Hannah Belloff. Is Hannah here? Not here today? Okay, it is spectacular. Has limited space though, so please sign up right away. And it is, Reiki Circle and lots of good things that way. Yes?
I'm just going to say it's limited space only because you will be receiving Reiki. So we have 10 Reiki practitioners that'll be here, so that's why it's limited. Obviously, there's big enough space, but that's why we're limiting it. Yes. Okay, you go. No, go ahead. Yeah. Listen, I just want to tell you, I brought lunch. So if you stay for visioning, I brought vegetarian chili because I didn't want you to go hungry and I didn't want your stomachs growling while we were trying to again meditate and vision. But I hope everybody can stay. Your voice, your conscious thoughts about us moving and all that needs to be said and heard and brought into the room. And heck, we just meditated on being bold and authentic. And so your authentic voice is ready to be shared. I'm certain of it. So please do stay for that. Was that it? Yes. Okay. Yeah. Oh, sorry, Diana.
My name's Diana. And I would like to invite you, while you are in that beautiful heart space that Rev T and Bobby just created for us, to please go to the table where the box is. And this is part of a ritual we'll be doing as we expand from here. And what it will be is if you would please just write the gift you would like to bless this land with as we walk away. And the intention, your personal intention of what awaits the mystery ahead of us. There are pencils and there's some beautiful little white linen paper over there. If you could please write on it. There's also a sign-up sheet for Second Heart Homes. If you would volunteer any weekday over the next 2 weeks, we are having a furniture assembly extravaganza. And we need all the hearts and hands we can. There are 4 units we are putting furniture together for. I'd like to say happy Imbolc. Today represents the midpoint between solstice and equinox, where the light begins to expand and the shadows begin to recede. So it was a beautiful semblance of what we did right here today. Thank you. Please make sure your blessing is included in the box as we will give this to Rev T and Bobby later. Thank you.
Okay, we also have another thing is that if anybody or you know of anyone who would be able to help us with social media, we need a little help in that area. So once again, if you have some expertise in that or know of somebody else, please let us know. Actually, let Ron Frost know. and everything, because we need a little help with getting that more organized and everything. So we really would appreciate that. You or somebody else that you know. Everything is always on the sign-up tables and everything. Please join us for conversation and coffee and community afterwards. What? And chili. And now, Bobby, please help us with the last song. Thank you so much.
All right, thanks everybody. One more chance to sing along. There's a light at the center of everyone. It can light up the world just like the sun. There's a flame within us that can light our way. It can burn away the darkness of a troubled day. Let it shine, let it shine. Let your light shine. Let it shine, let it shine. Let your light shine. Whenever you see darkness, you've got to know that the light is within you. Everywhere you go, whatever you are facing, whatever's on your mind, you can help illuminate it. Let your light shine. Let it shine, let it shine. Love the harmony. Let your light shine. Let it shine, let it shine. Let your light shine. Whatever you are facing, whatever's on your mind, you can help illuminate it. Let your light shine. Let it shine, let it shine. Let your light shine.